Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to today's lecture and wishing you all the best time of the day, whichever time you are watching this video. We are actually doing chapter 8, Introduction to Trigonometry, and we are solving exercise 8.4. In this exercise 8.4, we have completed with first, second, and third question. Now we are proceeding with the fourth question. So, fourth question itself is going to introduce to you one of the important topics or the complex questions that trigonometry deals with. That is what we have to prove the identities and the trigonometric functions. Fifth question. Actually, it is the warm-up of the fifth question. So we'll start with the fourth question, question number 1. Choose the correct option, justify your choice. Now here they are telling 9 sec square A minus 9 tan square A is equal to what? So whenever there are squares over here, you should be very happy that you are going to use identities over here. So if I go to this, solve this, and the values are in the options that are given to you are actually the values 1980. So we have to solve this. Now here if we come, my dear students, you have got two options. You can even get substitute sec square. What is this? Actually 1 plus tan square theta, 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So here I can write in place of sec square theta, I can write tan square theta. Means here I can substitute. Or my dear students, from this if I go to find the value of tan square theta, it will be what? Sec square theta minus 1. 1 will go over there. Tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. I can do that. But of course 1 I have to do. Either substitute 1 plus tan square theta in place of sec square theta, or substitute sec square theta minus 1 in place of tan square theta, 1. So what I will get over here is 9 1 plus tan square A minus 9 tan square A. I open this bracket, I will get 9 1s are 9 plus 9 tan square A minus 9 tan square A. So here 9 tan square A minus 9 tan square A will get cancelled and you will get the answer over 9. So here the answer is option B. Fine. Even if you would have done in the other way, 9 sec square A minus 9 tan square A, here I would have substituted in place of tan square theta sec square theta minus 1. So I would have got sec square A minus 9, and in bracket in place of this I will write sec square A minus 1. I open this, I will get 9 sec square A minus 9 sec square A. This will be opening, minus minus will become plus 1, cancel, still the answer will be 1. So you don't have to bother that this only you have to substitute. You can substitute any 1. Now coming to the next one, 1 plus tan theta plus sec theta into 1 plus cot theta minus cosec theta is equal to what? 1 plus tan theta plus sec theta into 1 plus cot theta minus cosec theta. We have to solve this and find the value of this. Now we can do one thing, we can straight multiply this bracket and solve it, which sometimes we have to do that without substituting, without converting all these to the... See my dear students, among the trigonometric ratios, we have to consider sine and cos to be the most basic trigonometric ratios. All the trigonometric ratios can be converted into the form of sine or cos. So likewise, tan theta can be converted to sin theta upon cos theta. Sec theta is actually inverse of cos theta, cot theta cos theta upon sin theta, and cosec theta is inverse of sin theta. You can do that also, or you can actually multiply these and then you convert them into the basic trigonometric ratios. Here again the options are what, basically 0, 1, 2, minus 1. You have to keep an eye on your end result. I'll do one thing, 1 plus sin theta upon cos theta plus sec theta will give me 1 upon cos theta, 1 plus cos theta upon sin theta minus 1 upon sin theta. Of course, reasons I have to write over here. Tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta, sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta, and sin theta is cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sin theta. Now if I go to see this, so you have to understand this. Now if I have to solve this, here the cos theta is there, so here I will have to multiply by cos theta, here also I will have to multiply by cos theta, here I will have to multiply by sin theta, here also I will have to multiply by sin theta. Of course this you have to imagine, you don't have to write it, but for your understanding I am writing. This will become cos theta plus sin theta plus 1 upon cos theta. Here sin theta plus upon sin theta. So this both also will multiply, cos theta plus sin theta plus 1 multiplied by sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 upon sin theta into cos theta. Fine. Now if you, these are the things where you have to get the spark. See, if I consider this as one term, cos theta plus sin theta, this also is actually sin theta plus cos theta means cos theta plus sin theta. This is one a plus b, a minus b, a plus b in one bracket, a minus b in another bracket. This will give you a square minus b square. Is an identity. If you remember, in 9th standard we have learned this, even in 8th standard. This is whole one bracket, cos theta plus sin theta plus 1, cos theta plus sin theta minus 1. So this will give me a square. This is 1 a. So this will give you sin theta plus cos theta square, like this, a square. This whole bracket is your a minus second b is your 1 square upon sin theta into cos theta. Now this I will have to open by a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. I hope you all are getting this. I may have gone out of range, but try to understand the identity that I am going to use over here. It will be sin square theta plus 2 sin theta into cos theta plus cos square theta minus 1 upon sin theta into cos theta. Now again, if I see sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is going to be equal to 1 by identity. So this thing is going to be 1, this plus this is going to be 1, plus 2 sin theta into cos theta minus 1. This, in place of this I have written 1, 2 sin theta into cos theta copied, minus 1 also I have copied, upon sin theta into cos theta. Now if you see, this 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. So you have got 2 sin theta into cos theta upon sin theta into cos theta. There also here 2 sin theta into cos theta will get cancelled and you will get only is equal to 2. Okay, my dear student, so here the answer will be option C, which is 2. Okay, so now we'll go to the next question, that is question number 3. Sec a plus tan a into 1 minus sin a is equal to what? Sec a plus tan a in one bracket into 1 minus sin a is equal to what? So if I go to solve this again I'll do the one thing. See, there are no squares over here. No squares over here, so trigonometric ratios, identities can't come into action. So what I'll have to do is that sec a will get converted to 1 upon cos a plus sin a upon cos a. This will be in one bracket, and the other bracket 1 minus sin a continues. Now here cos a are the same denominator, so 1 plus sin a will get added directly, the numerators will add, and cos a will come over here, 1 minus sin a. Again the same thing, a plus b, a minus b will be equal to a square minus b square. 1 plus sin a, 1 minus sin a is 1 square minus then sin square a upon cos a. Now we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore 1 minus sin square theta, 1 minus sin square theta goes over there, will be cos square theta. So 1 minus sin square a will be cos square a upon cos a. This will go, and 1 cos a will go. The answer will be cos a. This is your end answer. So that option is which one over here? D. D is your option over here. Okay, my dear student. With this we have completed the third question, and now we go forward to solve the fourth question, my dear students. Okay. Fourth question is 1 plus tan square a upon 1 plus cot square a. Definitely we can solve this again, but in 1 minute. This is very easy. 1 plus tan square a is basically equal to, see, whenever squares are there, at that time identities play a big role. Most of the time, 70% of the times, identity will come over there and they will solve it immediately. But sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes even if squares are there, we have to convert them to the simple trigonometric ratio, sine and cos, and solve them. But here 1 plus tan square a, we can see 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square a. Okay. Now this is what? Sec square a. This is basically 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Now sec square theta will become 1 upon cos square a into cosec square is basically 1 upon cosec square will be sin square. So this will become sin square a upon cos square a will be actually equal to tan square a. Which one is available over there? Yes, tan square a is there. Therefore answer is okay, D. Okay, my dear students. So now we go to the most complex part of trigonometry, question number 5, where actually numerous expressions of trigonometric ratios are there and we have to solve them. There are various techniques that you have to understand. First, I will deal with those questions which deal with normal algebra, normal maths, and then later I will deal with those questions, especially 5, 6, 7 and I suppose 5, 6, 7 and I suppose 8. Maybe 5, 6, 7. They 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. I'll do afterwards. First I'll do first, second, third, fourth. Let's start this. Now this is really very important, my dear students. First question, cosec theta minus cot theta the whole square. Cosec theta minus cot theta the whole square. We have to prove this is equal to 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta to prove. See here, we have to always keep an eye on the right hand side what we have to prove. So here I can see this as cosec theta minus cot theta. Now this is the LHS. So I convert this has already gone to cos theta. So I will convert this will become 1 upon sin theta minus cos theta upon sin theta. Of course the whole square will continue, my dear students. I have only solved this one. So this will become 1 minus cos theta upon sin theta the whole square. Now I can't solve anything further than this. What I'll do, I'll open the bracket and give this 1 minus cos theta the whole square upon sin square theta. Now you have to take a look at this. See, now there are two options. Either I will be able to open this bracket by a minus b the whole square, a square minus 2 cos theta plus cos square theta. I can do that. It depends on what is the right hand side. Or what I can do is that I will remove this sin square theta. I know that sin square theta will be, because I know sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore sin square theta will be equal to what? 1 minus cos square theta. Cos square theta will be 1 minus cos square theta. Either I will open this bracket, expand this bracket by expansion formula a minus b the whole square, or in place of sin square theta I will write substitute 1 minus cos square theta. Which one should I go for? I should take the help of this right hand side. In right hand side I have got 1 minus cos theta, 1 plus cos theta, all cos theta over here. So it's better that I get rid of this sin square theta. So what I'll do, 1 minus cos theta the whole square upon sin square theta has to get out, 1 minus cos square theta. Fine. Now there's a difference. This is 1 minus cos theta the whole square. This is 1 minus cos square theta. So now it is important. This will become 1 minus cos theta the whole square upon. I will expand this by a square minus b square. 1 is there means 1 square is there, is equal to a plus b in one bracket, a minus b in another bracket. So this will become 1 plus cos theta in one bracket, 1 minus cos theta in another bracket. So now what I have got, 1 minus cos theta the whole square means 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta, 2 1 minus cos theta in the numerator, 1 minus cos theta in the denominator. This will get cancelled and 1 minus cos theta will get cancelled. So what will remain is 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta, which is equal to RHS. Therefore cosec theta minus cot theta the whole square is equal to 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta. Okay, so this is one technique, my dear students. Try to understand. What I did is over here is that I first converted them to the simple forms. This is where I did it. Converted them into simple trigonometric ratios, and then I solved them, and then here I used an identity over here. Okay, this is one way, and we will not. This is normal algebra, my dear students. Only some places we have to use trigonometry. Cos A upon 1 plus sin A, cos A upon 1 plus sin A plus 1 plus sin A upon cos A is equal to, we have to prove it to be 2 sec A. So again I will take LHS, that is cos A upon 1 plus sin A plus 1 plus sin A upon cos A. Now here if you will pay attention, my dear students, we don't have any scope for any other option. There are no squares, so we don't have identities to play any role over here, and they are already into sine and cos. Only thing I have to remember when I take a look at the right hand side, it is 2 sec A. 2 sec A means actually it is 2 upon sec A will be 1 upon cos A. This is 2 sec A means actually it is 2. If I convert this sec A to cos A, 2 upon cos A. This is my target. I have to actually reach over here, because from here I will easily go to here. So that is what I have to do. It is already in the place in the terms of cos A. This also is in the sin A and cos A. Now it is only plain algebra, nothing more than that. Algebra means numerator upon denominator plus numerator upon denominator. I will solve this. So I will cross multiply. Cos A into cos A will give me cos square A, and this is 1 plus sin A into 1 plus sin A. Both are same bracket, means it is going to be 1 plus sin A the whole square. Are you getting? It is going to be 1 plus sin A the whole square. So this I will expand. I will get 1 square 1 plus 2 into 1 2 sin A plus sin square A. This I have used what over here? A plus B the whole square is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. This is what I have used over here. And in the denominator, what do I get? This here, my dear students, in the denominator you most probably don't hurry to multiply the denominators. Always take a chance. Now look, take a look at your expression, what is there with you. Now you have got identities. Sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Since sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So here in place of this I will write 1. See, in place of this I have written 1. Plus 1 will continue. Plus 2 sin A will also continue. This I have written. Upon, again don't haste, you can see it. Fine. Now this I can add 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2 sin A upon cos A into 1 plus sin A. Now you have to pay attention. 2 and 2 will be the common factor that will go out of the bracket. Inside we will get 1 plus sin A upon cos A into 1 plus sin A. These both will get cancelled because they are multiplying. Remember, the bracket is getting cancelled with the bracket. 2 into bracket, cos A into bracket, and brackets are same. That's why they are getting cancelled. Sin A is not getting cancelled. 1 and 1 are not getting cancelled. The whole bracket is getting cancelled. So what stays is 2 upon cos A. That's what we wanted to go. That is equal to 2 sec A, because sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. That's all. This is nothing but the right hand side. So we have to write everything. Cos A plus cos A upon 1 plus sin A plus 1 plus sin A upon cos A is equal to 2 sec A is proved. Okay, my dear student, with this we go to question number 3. Tan theta upon 1 minus cot theta plus cot theta upon 1 minus tan theta is equal to 1 plus sec theta cosec theta. We have to prove this. Again, now here also if you will see 1 plus sec theta into cosec theta means actually we have to prove 1 plus 1 upon sec theta is cos theta into 1 upon sin theta. That's what we will do over here also. We will convert everything over here to the, because we don't have any other option. See, if we go to convert, that's the main thing, my dear students. Sin theta, I will convert everything to simple ratios. Tan theta will be sin theta upon cos theta upon 1 minus cos theta will be equal to cos theta upon sin theta plus cot theta will be cos theta upon sin theta upon this will become 1 minus. See, I am converting this sin theta upon cos theta. Now I can't do anything over here. But definitely I can solve the denominators. This is sin theta upon cos theta upon sin theta minus cos theta upon sin theta plus this will become cos theta upon sin theta upon this will become cos theta minus sin theta upon cos theta. Now I will have to, this is division sign over here, this will reciprocate and be written over there. This will be reciprocating and be written over there. I will get sin theta upon into sin theta upon sin theta minus cos theta. See, this I have reciprocated and kept it over here to multiply with this plus cos theta upon sin theta. Again the same thing, cos theta into cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, my dear students. So now what I do now, I have got what? Sin square theta upon cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta plus cos square theta upon sin theta into cos theta minus sin theta. First I have to see the denominator. If I pay attention of the denominator, here I have got cos theta, sin theta, they are different. Sin theta minus cos theta, this is cos theta minus sin theta. This is actually in a wrong order. To bring this in the right order means I want to make this sin theta minus cos theta. What I will do, I will have to change this sign. This is important, my dear students. I will have to change this sign. What I will do, sin square theta upon cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta. This will become minus. Then the moment it becomes minus, I can write this as sin theta minus cos theta. If this would have been minus, so I would have written plus over here. Whatever is this sign over here, you just change its sign and then this you can change the order of that. Now what I have got, sin theta minus cos theta, sin theta minus cos theta. This is done. Now I will have to do what? See, if I have to get them equated, I will have to multiply this by sin theta is missing, sin theta, and this also I will have to multiply by sin theta. And here I will have to multiply, this is cos theta is missing, cos theta into cos theta. Then everything is getting sin theta cos theta bracket, sin theta cos theta bracket. They are getting equated then. So that's why I will write over here sin square theta into sin theta will be sin cube theta upon sin theta into cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta minus this also will be getting multiplied over here cos cube theta upon sin theta into cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta. So I have reached over it. Now both the denominators are same, so I can write here now sin cube theta minus cos cube theta upon sin theta cos theta sin theta minus cos theta. Okay, now I have to expand this. Now only numerator can be solved. Now only numerator can be solved, and in the numerator what will I get in the numerator is just let me position this properly. What will I get in the numerator is this sine cube theta minus cos cube theta. This actually, there is an expansion formula over here. What is that? A cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b in one bracket, in another bracket a square plus ab plus b square. This is the identity that we know. So if I use this identity over here, a is sine theta, b is cos theta. So a minus b means sine theta minus cos theta in one bracket, in another bracket sine square theta plus sine theta into cos theta plus cos square theta upon sine theta into cos theta in another bracket sine theta minus cos theta. So now this sine theta minus cos theta, one bracket, this bracket will get crossed with this bracket, and here I have got sine square theta plus cos square theta. Here I will write 1 plus sine theta into cos theta upon sine theta into cos theta. This because sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Fine. So we have reached till here. Now let's take a look. What do we want over here? We want 1 plus 1 upon cos theta into 1 upon sin theta. So now what we should do, we have to learn to understand to write this under the both the numerators. Means sin theta cos theta will come over here, sin theta cos theta will come over here. If I bifurcate it, I can write sin theta into cos theta under this 1 also, and sin theta into cos theta under this sin theta into cos theta. There are two terms over here. So this will be written under one term, this will be written under the second term. So here if I write that this is getting cancelled, this will become 1 plus 1 upon sin theta will be cosec theta into sec theta. That is equal to 1 plus sec theta into cosec theta, which is actually your right hand side. Okay, my dear student, in the end you will copy everything over here again and write proved, hence proved. This is what you are getting. Okay, my dear students, so with this we have finished with question number 3. Now we proceed to solve question number 4. Question number 4, 1 plus sec a upon 1 sec a, 1 plus sec a upon sec a is equal to sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Hint, simplify LHS and RHS separately. Of course we will have to do that, but do you really require to do that? Sin square a upon 1 minus cos a, they are actually simplified already. I don't know why we will require to simplify it. If it is required, then we will have to do it. It may be possible in place of sin square a, I can write 1 minus cos square a. It can be simplified. So LHS 1 plus sec a upon sec a. This will, I'll have to write in place of 1 plus sec a will be 1 upon cos a upon 1 upon cos a. This I'll simplify, it will become cos a plus 1 upon cos a upon 1 upon cos a. Now this is division over here, again the same thing. This will get reciprocated and written over here. I will get cos a plus 1 upon cos a into 1 upon cos a will become cos a upon 1. This cos a and this cos a will go, and what I will get is only cos a plus 1. This is your left hand side. Now let us partition this and write RHS over here. Sin square a upon 1 minus, here only possibility is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So sin square theta is going to be 1 minus cos square theta, 1 minus cos square a upon 1 minus cos a. Now this will be a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. This will become 1 minus cos a in one bracket, in another bracket 1 plus cos a upon 1 minus cos a. This will be cancelled, is equal to 1 plus cos a. Here we can make out, since LHS is equal to RHS, therefore 1 plus sec a upon sec a is equal to sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Okay, my dear student. Now comes fifth question. Fifth question is very much out of the trick, and my dear student, this is, I really don't know in what difficult way these people handle this question, but I'll teach you in one nice way that I know. Once you understand that method, then many questions on this track get solved very easily. Sixth question is again very different question. It is not very difficult, but definitely on a different stance, and same is true with the seventh question also. Sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. Slightly different. We have to take out the common factor sin theta over there, and then we have to proceed. Slightly different, not much. We'll take a dig at 8th question, because they are again, we return to the normal algebraic questions. Sin a plus cos a the whole square. Sin a plus cosec a the whole square plus cos a plus sec a the whole square is equal to 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. Here we have to reach 7 plus tan square a plus the LHS is equal to sin a plus cosec a the whole square plus cos a plus sec a the whole square. We can do the same thing again, my dear students, but we can do the same thing again. We can convert them into the simple ratios. 1 upon sin a, 1 upon cos a, solve this and then expand it. Or we can do it expansion right from first, that a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here I will get sin square a plus 2 sin a into cosec a plus cosec square a, right? A square plus 2ab plus b square. Another bracket, this I will continue. Cos square a plus 2 cos a into sec a plus sec square a. This is what we have got. Of course we should see over here sin square a plus cos square a will become 1. Anything else? Nothing else. 2 sin a cos a. Here I will now convert. Cosec a will become 1 upon sin a. It's getting cancelled. Okay, fine. Cosec square a will become 1 plus. What am I doing? 1 plus cot square a, right? This I am sorry for this. 1 plus cot square a plus this will become 2 cos a into sec a again will become 1 upon cos a, and sec square a will become 1 plus tan square a. Here sin a will get cancelled. Here cos a will get cancelled. What we get is 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2. This is nothing. Plus 1 plus cot square a will become actually, we will keep cot square a, we will require cot square a, cot square a plus 2 plus 1 plus tan square a. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we have done. 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. That's all. Just we have to do expansion a plus b the whole square over here, and afterwards we, in this step we have to understand from this step how to go to this step. Sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. I will write over here sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This I have again inverse formula I have applied over here, inverse formula over here. Again here I have taken 1 plus cot square a and here 1 plus tan square a. That's all. And then I just have simplified, cancelled, and everything what have come is sitting over there. Okay, my dear student, with this we have finished with the 8th question. Now we go to the 9th question, which looks slightly modified. 9th question, cosec a minus sin a in one bracket, sec a minus cos a in another bracket is equal to 1 upon tan a plus cot a. This we have to prove. Here again we can make out we don't have to do anything. This also we'll have to solve afterwards because they have given the hint LHS, RHS, this is LHS. So cosec a will become 1 upon sin a minus sin a will be written as it is. Here 1 upon cos a minus cos a. So this will become 1 minus sin square a upon sin a. 1 minus cos square a upon cos a. So now what do we get? 1 minus sin square a is going to be, we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore when I convert this over here, I shift this over here, 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square a upon sin a into this will become, similarly if I shift cos square theta over there, 1 minus cos square theta will be equal to sin square a upon cos a. Now from 1 cos a, here there are 2 cos's, 1 will go. Here there are 2 side a, 1 will go. What I get is sin a into cos a. This will be our LHS. Now we have to separately solve the RHS. 1 upon tan a plus cot a. this will become 1 upon sin A upon cos A plus cos A upon sin A. Now if I cross multiply 1 upon sin square A plus cos square A upon sin A into cos A, this denominator. So sin square A plus cos square A will be 1, but before that I will do one thing. Division is over here, this will reciprocate, this will become reciprocated over here, sin A into cos A upon sin square A plus cos square A, and this is going to be 1. What stays with me is only sin A into cos A, since sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So from 1 and 2 I get LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore this whole, I will have to write the statement over here again, proved. Okay, now I am trying to save my space. Going to the 10th question, my dear student. This is again very easy, nothing to worry about. These are all plain algebras. Yeah, algebra has to be very strong. Here we have to simplify and show that 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus cot square A, this is going to be equal to 1 minus tan A upon 1 minus cot A the whole square is also equal to, these all are going to be equal to tan square A. This is also tan square A, this is also tan square A. So first one I am taking, first ratio 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus cot square A. This will become 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus 1 upon tan square A, because see I have to convert them to tan. So why should I go and convert tan also to sin and cos, cot also to sin? Even then I will get, even if I convert this 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A, cosec square A and then solve, still I will get the same thing. But still, let us see by this also. 1 plus tan square A, this will multiply over here, it will come tan square A plus 1 upon tan square A. Fine. Tan square A plus 1 upon tan square A. Here the division is taking place. 1 plus tan square A, this is division, into, this will get reciprocated, tan square A upon tan square A plus 1. These both will get cancelled. What will stay is tan square A. So this is equal to tan square A. Second ratio, if I go to talk about 1 minus tan A upon 1 minus cot A the whole square. Again the same thing I will try to do. 1 minus tan A upon 1 minus 1 upon tan A, whole square will continue. 1 minus tan A upon tan A minus 1 upon tan A, whole square will continue. Now the division is over here. 1 minus tan A into tan A upon tan A minus 1. I am simplifying inside the bracket. This bracket is continuing, my dear students. Whole square, this bracket is continuing. Now 1 minus tan A minus 1. For that what I will do, I will take minus out of the bracket. This will become tan A minus 1 into tan A upon tan A minus 1. Still this is whole square. Now this tan A minus 1 will get cancelled. I will get minus tan A the whole square. But square is always positive, you know that. So we get that this is proved from 1 and 2. This is equal to tan square. Okay, my dear students, so with this is slightly complex, not very actually speaking, if you will see, not at all. Okay, so with this we have finished 10th question also. Now 5th, 6th and 7th. In this also I will do one thing, I will go in the order in which we will be able to understand. 7th one we have solved much. Sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. We have to prove that this is equal to tan theta, means sin theta upon cos theta. Of course I will take the LHS first. Sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2. Of course you can very well make out this sin theta, and here if sin theta goes out as common factor, the 1 minus 2 sin square theta upon, now this is going to be something really different, cos theta into 2 cos theta minus 1. Okay, I have to reach over there. The only chance that I see over here is in place of this 1. Okay, see my dear student, now it is something different. I am going to practice something different. Sin theta upon cos theta. Here in place of 1, we know sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So in place of 1 I will be writing this, which rarely happens. In place of this 1 I will write sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sin square theta. This is copied. In place of this I wrote sin square theta plus. Similarly over here 2 cos theta minus, but here it will be in the bracket, sin square theta plus cos square theta. So I get over here, this is tan theta, that means this all is going to convert to 1. Now here if I see sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta will be minus sin square theta. I will write cos square theta minus sin square theta. Try to understand, sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta. It's 1 minus 2 minus 1 upon, I have to open this bracket, 2 cos theta minus sin square theta minus cos square theta. Again here 2 cos theta cos theta कैसा है, cos square theta है, 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta will give only cos square theta. Here you will get cos square theta minus sin square theta. These both will get cancelled, and what stays is only tan theta, which is equal to RHS. Therefore okay, this is 7th question we have done with, and now we proceed to solve 6th one. 6th one, my dear student, we have to understand the concept of conjugate. This is slightly 1 plus, very easy question my dear student, but actually only thing is that we have to know slightly, we have to revise and get what we have done in the 9th and 9th standard. This is not for 8th standard. So LHS, what is that? 1 plus sin A, 1 minus sin A. What we have to do is we have to conjugate the denominator, and here you have to pay attention because this is denominator is 1. If the same thing would have been, we have to prove to something 1 upon something, 1 upon some denominator would have been some expression, then I would have conjugated the numerator and multiplied and denominator by the conjugate of the numerator. What is the conjugate? Conjugate is basically, if supposing I have got x plus y, the conjugate will be x minus y. if I have got x square plus 2y square, conjugate will be x square minus 2y square. We just have to change the sign which is in between the two terms. We have to change the sign in between the two terms, and this is called as the conjugate. So similarly here, because the denominator is 1, I will conjugate the denominator, and of course while writing I will write this 1 plus sin a 1 minus sin a into what? The conjugate of the denominator, 1 plus sin a upon 1 plus sin a. I will multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. Why the conjugate of the denominator? Because in the right hand side what I have to prove, the denominator is 1. If the numerator would have been 1 and some expression in the denominator, then I would have conjugated the numerator and multiplied and denominator divided by the conjugate of the numerator. Means 1 minus sin a upon 1 minus sin a, and radical continues. So now whatever happens, what do I get over here? 1 plus sin a the whole square, and here in the numerator 1 minus sin a, 1 plus sin a means a minus b into a minus b will be a minus b into a plus b will be a square 1 square minus sin square a. Okay, because here this is what is the concept, is slightly different, that's why I removed this ahead. Now if I go to solve this, 1 plus sin a the whole square, definitely this square root is possible, but I have to take care. 1 minus sin square will be cos square a, because we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore 1 minus sin square theta, 1 minus sin square theta will be equal to cos square theta. Now the radical will be removed, 1 plus sin a upon cos a. The square will go, whole square and square will go. Now what do I want? I want to reach over here, sec a plus tan a. This is what I could have solved it maximum, but I want to reach to sec a plus tan a. Simple, my dear student. I have to separate the denominator and write it under the terms. And this 1 upon cos a is sec a, sin a upon cos a is tan a, which is equal to RHS. So this is again proved. Now remains the fifth question, which actually is, we have to know the concept very nicely. We have learned one more property in the 9th standard, that is called as theorem on equal ratios. So we know the property theorem on equal ratios. What does this property make? Is that supposing if we have a upon b is equal to c upon d is equal to x upon y, supposing is equal to, again if you can take e upon g. Now if I theorem, these are all equal ratios. What is the theorem on equal ratios? If I follow a series of operations on numerator, like supposing if I add all the numerators a plus c plus x plus e, and similarly I do same procedure on the denominators b plus d plus y plus g, this is still going to be equal to any one of this. E upon g is equal to x upon y, it can be equal to c upon d is equal to a upon b. Even supposing I subtract them, supposing I add first ratio and the second ratio and then subtract the third ratio, again I add the fourth ratio, but then in the denominator also I should do the same thing. This will be still equal to e upon g. Means what? Supposing if I take 3-4 ratios, so let us take 3-4 ratios. Supposing if it is 6 upon 8, then 9 upon 12, 20. This actually is equal to 3 upon 4. If this is 5 3 is 55, 4 is 20, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. See, all these ratios are actually 3 upon 4. These ratios are actually equal ratios. Now if I add all this, 6 plus 9 plus 15 plus 3 upon 8 plus 12 plus 20 plus 4, what do I get? 6 plus 9, 15 plus 15, 30 plus 3, 33. Down, 8 plus 12, 20 plus 20, 40, 4. 11 3s are 11 4s are. It is 3 upon 4 even now. That's what. You do anything, even if you do 6 minus 9 plus 15 minus 3 upon, but the same should be done over here. 8 minus 12 plus 20 minus 4. What do I get over here? I add first 6 plus 15 plus 6, 21. 21 minus 9, 10, 11, 12. Here I will get 28, 16. This will give me 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 9, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 12. Again 9 upon 12. If I 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 3 upon 4. This is theorem on equal ratios. When we have equal ratios, then we can apply this. And this is not only true for 4, even if you take only 2 or only 3. Of course, more than 1 we require. It will be true for them also. Only if 2 I take, 6 upon 8 is equal to 9 upon 12. They are equal ratios. If I add these both, 6 plus 9 upon 8 plus 12. But this is reduced, is going to be 3 upon 4. 9 plus 6, 15, 12, 20. This will become what? 5 3s are 5 4s are 3 upon 4. Okay. So that's what you have to understand this, and then you have to take help of this property of theorem on equal ratios and try to solve this question, which is the fifth one. But what you have to do over here is that, see here what they have done. Fifth one, cos A minus sin A. Fifth one, you have to prove cos A minus sin A plus 1 upon cos A plus sin A minus 1 is equal to cosec A plus cot A. See what I will do over here. RHS I will take. Why? Because I want to convert them both to sine cos. See, they have to be in one combination. These are cos sine cos sine cos sine. If this would have been cosec cot, that this also cosec cot, then also it's okay. You have to have the combination of sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. The combination should be this, either sine cos or tan sec or cot cosec. This is right. Either these all should be also cot and cosec, or this all should be in sine and cos. If this all would have been in cot and cosec, then I would have not bothered to go and convert this into sine and cos. But just because this is in sine and cos, left hand side is in sine and cos, I will have to get this also in sine and cos. Cosec A plus cot A will be equal to 1 upon sine A plus cos A upon sine A. This will become 1 plus cos A upon sine A. Hence, to prove what we have to prove, this cos A minus sine A plus 1 upon cos A plus sin A minus 1 is equal to cosec A plus cot A upon sin A, which is equal to 1 plus cos A upon this we have to prove. If we prove this, this is getting proved automatically, because we have proved that cosec A plus cot A is equal to this. This both we have proved. So if we prove this is equal to this, so automatically this becomes equal to this. Okay. Now what? This is done. Now I have to frame the ratios, equal ratios. I have going to take the combination of sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Fine. Now is the question. Now I have to move 1 over there. Either sin square A will move over there or cos square A will move over there. Who will move? Here I have got 1 plus cos A. 1 plus cos A means 1 is with cos A is with 1. So I will do the same. Sin square A is equal to 1 minus. Of course I am getting here minus, but that is not going to be bothered. Now I have to, this is again important. I have to write this as sin A into sin A. This will become 1 plus cos A into 1 minus cos A. So I have got 1 plus cos A. 1 plus cos A upon sin A. That means 1 sin A will come over here. 1 plus cos A upon sin A. And this 1 minus cos A will go over there. Sin A upon 1 minus cos A. These are equal ratios established. These are the equal ratios that we have established. See what I did. Again, sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Why I chose out of these three identities, I chose sin square theta cos square theta because my expression is in the form of cos and sin. So I chose this. Now either I have to move sin square A over there or cos square A over there. This ratio will guide me. If it would have been 1 plus cos sin A over here, 1 plus sin A over here, then I would have shifted sin square A over there. But it is 1 plus cos A, so I shifted cos square A over there. This is 1 minus cos square A, means actually it is 1 square minus cos square A. So by A square minus B square, it will become 1 plus cos A, 1 minus cos A. So I have got 1 plus cos A. This sin square A will become sin A into sin A. 1 plus cos A in the denominator is sin A. So this sin A I will shift over here. And this 1 minus cos A I shift over here. This is the equal ratio that I have got. Now I have to say this. This is what in the numerator cos A minus sin A plus 1. Means cos A plus 1 minus sin A. Cos A plus 1 minus sin A means second ratio minus first ratio. Second ratio minus first ratio. Try to understand here. Cos A minus sin A plus 1. Cos A minus sin A plus 1. This minus sin A is over here. Means cos A plus 1 is over here. Means 1 plus cos A minus sin A. 1 plus cos A minus sin A. Second ratio minus first ratio. So I will write over here by theorem on equal ratios. First ratio 1 plus cos A minus first ratio. Second ratio minus first ratio upon here also second ratio sin A minus first ratio in bracket 1 minus cos A will be equal to 1 plus cos A upon sin A. Now if I open this bracket 1 plus cos A minus sin A upon sin A minus 1 plus cos A is equal to 1 plus cos A upon. So what do I get over here? Cos A minus sin A plus 1. I will write it over here. Cos A minus sin A plus 1. Just rearranging down. Cos A plus sin A minus 1. Cos A plus sin A minus 1 is still equal to 1 plus cos A upon sin A. From 1 it will be what? Cos A minus sin A plus 1. Cos A plus minus 1 is equal to cosec A plus cot A upon cosec A plus cot A. That's all. ये upon sin A कहाँ से आया? Fine. So this is done, my dear students. With this, I hope just you have to practice this a lot. There are many huge number of questions that are possible on this topic, and we have to solve plenty over here, my dear students. So with this we have finished chapter number 8, introduction to trigonometry, and soon we will start with 9.1, which is the only one exercise in 9th chapter, which are basically the word problems based on trigonometry, and then we will be through trigonometry also, my dear students. Okay, so I just request you all people to take care, stay home, stay safe, and most importantly stay happy, my dear students. I wish you all the best of luck. See you all soon. Stay home, stay safe, and most importantly stay happy, my dear students. See you all soon. Bye. Love you all.